And this is WDNA 88.9 FM and WDNA.org. And this is the UN Frost Jazz Hour that comes to you every Thursday at 11 o'clock. And we have a very distinguished visitors here. We want to everything today is going to be different. So we're going to call them visitors here. And no, you can tell me if I'm wrong. We're very good friends here, and we're going to talk a little bit about their multimedia release called Renato. Is called Description of Useless Subtitles and Meaningful Sublematics. And Maria Alejandra Quintanilla is Irrefragable Loss. And we're going to talk about it, and it's going to be very, very interesting music. Want to say something, Renato?
First of all, good morning. Happy New Year. Thank you so much for having us here. Alberto, it's great to be back. Um, these are two multimedia projects. Both projects, I won't speak for Renato, but both of these projects are music and visuals. Mine specifically comes with an art book of photography, and the lyrics were displayed visually in a way to be art as well. So that comes with this project, and also the music. Renato, what would you like to say?
We'll be describing everything
Okay.
as it goes because it's very, very interesting music, if I call it, part of it. So here we are. You wanna call the first tune.
Muters. Sounds great.
All right.
Thank you. I choose to, I choose you. I choose you.
choose to be with
There was a part there that I almost started dancing there, you know. Yeah, yeah, that was
Good.
very good. Yeah. Well, first of all, second of all, you know, I want to say because I didn't say it before, a happy New Year to everybody here, and I'm going to announce some of our coming attractions here in the Frost Jazz Hour. And next week we're going to have Ash Durg, you know, a really great guitar player. The week after we're going to have John Daversa in an interview with guest artist Royal, and he's the dean of the jazz department at the Royal Academy of Music next March. So they're going to be here. As some of you already know, you know, we have a live music, but we almost have music from the studio where you know this guests, you know, they bring their CDs and play their music, and also we have Theo Statopoulos on February the 1st, Lucas Apostolaris, great drummer, on February the 1st, February the 8th, I'm sorry, Brody Sagan on the 15th, and faculty Richard Todd on the 22nd, a Wayne Shorter Ensemble under the guidance of John Hart, and David Mason on the March 14th. That's all. That's part of it. You know, about half of the of what you're gonna hear. You know, you're gonna hear also extensions, which is the the best group in that vocal group in the jazz department. So anyway, what else do we have here, Mr. Renato? Yeah.
Well, if you're tuning in on the live stream, visually, Renato is setting up some skewers on the piano. Some of the things you'll notice that we are exploring today is extended piano techniques. For myself, extended vocal techniques. So these are some of the vocal sounds that
Yes.
we maybe don't use on, in the day-to-day.
Yeah. The prepared piano was something that came out with, I don't know, he was invented with John Cage You know,
Yeah.
John Cage was, I think, was the first or one of the first, you know,
One
who
of the
used,
first, yes.
yeah, who used this. After John Cage, you know, there were being many, uh, uh, but you know, like in jazz, Ornette Coleman and other like Ornette Coleman, who you know, who kept on doing this. So anyway, we're going to. Hey, yeah, you got to look out with that one. You know, that one fella. You know, I'm gonna be watching that. Okay. All righty. So here, how shall we call the second tune here?
What should we call it? Let's call it Skewers.
All right.
It was a misty day before the sun came out. It was dark and gray. I was inside out. It was an early morning, and I had to confess that what I was feeling was a bit of a mess. So I took my time. 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 So I all figured out, all figured out. I don't have to have it. 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 All figured out. All figured out. I can't take my time. I don't have to see it all in front of me. It takes one little step. It takes one little breath. I don't have to have it. 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 All figured out. All figured out. I don't have to have it. 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 All figured out. All figured out.
Some little questions, about how you got into this, this idea of the multimedia release, because I see that this album by Renato has also with Peter Traumüller and Pedro Barnoto, so that was something that you did, the three of you together. That's right, Renato. Yeah.
Yes.
You want to give him the yeah
Got the mic. It gave me like 2 seconds.
yeah.
2 seconds.
So he can. Why don't you go and give him the?
Okay, I got it.
You got it. You got
Yes.
it. Oh, you got it. You have two mics now.
Yes.
Wow, that's trickery here.
Good morning.
Yeah. All righty.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. How this concept came along? Something that little by little, or something that with a group of friends. How did it come?
So descriptions of useless subtitles and meaningful sublimations, the multimedia release that you're talking about.
Yes.
It's a project that began in 2018 when Peter Traumüller, which is an Austrian drummer based in New York, and we began to play, and we found out that we had almost telepathic chemistry, and we decided to record. It was like, let's go to the best studio we can find in New York with the best engineer we can find, which is José Diogo Neves, which is the engineer that has been taking care of our music since 2014. He lives in Estonia. And we arranged everything, and we spent a whole day just playing keyboards and drums. And as we started mixing the whole project, this was mid-pandemic, we found out that the music was actually calling for other collaborations. Like there's something missing here. This is more than just music in the normal sense of the word. And so we invited Pedro Marnoto, which is an incredible filmmaker and a visual artist, also from Portugal, living in New York, to listen to the music and draw freely without thinking. And then Peter and I decided to do the same with poetry. So we were listening to the music and writing just non-stop.
Free poetry, whatever.
Just stream of consciousness.
Yeah.
And then we spent the rest of the pandemic meeting on Zoom and combining our poems together into one poem per track. And then after the pandemic, I spent about 2 years going to Pedro's house and just taking all the drawings he had made and just combining them into these shapes, these textures, this almost utopian realities that all mix together. So in the end, it's not just an album and it's not just a book. It's kind of an ecosystem where you're listening to the sounds and you're looking at the image and you're reading the poetry and just freely making your own associations.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
You don't have an idea, at least for the music, that for example, for this kind of for aleatory music, that you have you have a piece of music, a blank piece of music, and then you have like a star, that goes up and down, and you can do whatever you want to it, but you have like some kind of a pre-concept form, you just go and.
In this case, we did as we tried to make the whole process in every phase. So music, poetry, and visual arts as raw as if you were in a concert. So everything that you listen to was recorded in one take. Everything was recorded in order in the same day. So it's literally like the audience is there with us.
But if you call it, let's say that you have a certain piece or something like that, will you play it the same? The next time you will do it completely
Yes.
different.
So
Even the title, you will change the title. Or
yes. So we were trying to serve the moment, and in this case, what we thought would be best was to try and imagine that there is a composition. So it's not really aleatory music per se. We are feeding off each other. I play something, Peter plays something, and somehow we are thinking about a structure. How does this begin? How does this develop? How does this end?
So you will say, for example, let's say that the next piece is called Imagine, and then imagine the next time is not the next time because it lives for the moment.
Yeah, it's a new composition. Yeah, that is happening at the same time as we're playing it. Yeah, we're composing at the same time as we're playing it.
Yeah, so that's what you're gonna hear, when for your album. I don't want to call it album, but with the multimedia release.
Yes, the multimedia. Which
that's the way. If you were going to give it the next title or the same title, you will get something completely different.
Yes. So
Okay.
it's
Got you.
each track.
Okay.
Each track has its own sounds, as its own style and genre, and has its own visual and poetry, and so it's the audience is free to just make all the associations, and there's so much information in there, both in the music and on the visual arts and on the writing. There's so much information that it almost asks to come back and every time discover new details. And by the way, this is exclusively available on Bandcamp, so it's not for streaming. So we are trying to live by this motto of supporting independent art making, because the big corporations like streaming platforms are just basically keeping all the profits, and we don't think that that's fair. So both Maria and I released this on our label called W&J Productions, and so it's on Bandcamp. Please, I invite everyone to just go.
It will About 6 months ago, not 6 months ago, about 2 years ago, actually, I was coming from downtown Miami, and I was listening to my favorite things by John Coltrane, which everybody knows, and it was incredible. You know, what I mean, after he played the head, they went into a completely different thing, and I heard after that. I mean, I was so blown away that I try to get it on the radio. You know, I went to Spotify, and all the versions that he has completely different. And he said, "No, but I want that merch," you know, because as he was going on, you know, he was going. He always did his free improvisation, but all they get to one note, for 1 minute, you know, and in the next improvisation, the next time I heard the version, you know, by all this, you know, the next time it was recorded. I wanted, you know, it was completely different. I said, no, I want that one, you know. No, you know, where is it, you know? Because the thing is that the percussion did something completely, you know, it sounded like a tribal African thing, while, you know, he was doing his improvisation. Yeah, I lost it, I guess, you know.
You will find it. Don't worry. He'll come to you. He'll
Yeah,
come back to you.
yeah. Maybe I'll write something like that, you know.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, alrighty. So, what else do you have to say about the style or anything else that you want to add for that?
I think we're going
Moment.
to take what you said. We're going to call this next one Imagine.
Imagine?
Mhm.
Alrighty. I'm honored.
If we would have a Imagine if we we had a little bit of compassion, 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 if we imagine.
Well, I'm gonna start with that's my that's my tune now. You know, I'm gonna start getting royalties. On your next album. Alrighty. So I want to remind you that next week we're going to have Ash Derg on our show, and then followed by John DeBersan in an interview with our guest artist, Royal Academy of Music Jazz Studies director Nick Smart. As a matter of fact, that same day, January 25th, there's a concert with CJB Concert Jazz Band that now is called a different name. You remember now how? Yeah, University Miami Jazz Orchestra. I think it is. I think it is. Jazz Orchestra. That's the way time changes and the name changes with that. So anyway, what else do we have here? More prepared piano or more traditional piano now? Oh yes. Now we're going to go to a little break. And I was so taken by your music that I forgot my duties here. Okay, we're going to have a little break and we'll be right back. Talk a little bit with Maria, a little bit about her music.
Yes, thank you. So this is my debut solo project called Irrefragable Laws. It came out October of this last year. It's a very special project because the bones of the music part of the project was recorded at the end of a 9-10 hour recording session with Renato for another duo album we have coming out very soon, hopefully. And I remember when I heard...
Wait. When you say duo album, you mean with Renato? Mm-hmm. and you?
Yeah, so for something else that we have recorded that we are looking to release soon. Mm-hmm. And it was the last hour. We had one more hour of recording time, and I had this book of poetry and just ideas that I had collected over the years. And we used that hour to record some things. And I remember when I listened back, I thought, oh no, there's no way I can make anything out of this. And Renato was the first person to say, no, that's not true. And I ended up, this was right before the pandemic. I recorded this in 2019, so this has taken about 5 years to come to fruition. I spent that time recording field recordings and figuring out how to make it work with the elements that I had. And I'm really happy that I did, because it turned out to be something completely different than I expected. So this music has a lot of poetry, piano, voice, synths. It has percussion. I play percussion on it as well. And there's a lot of field recordings, a lot of sounds that I recorded. And it also comes with an art book. The photography is by Pedro Marnoto. As you can see, we have a little tribe, a little family that we seem to always work with, which we're so grateful for.
That's a great idea,
Yeah.
Have everything in one.
Yeah, he's absolutely fabulous. So doing the photography with him was amazing, and there's a lot of subliminal messages within the photography that is really special. And then again, I spent time with the poetry, designing it visually in a way that was different. So as you can see, Renato and I, for our projects, we like to wear lots of hats. You know, we don't just sing or play piano. We like to help with graphic design. We like to help with the poetry, with the photography. And I think this is something that's very integral to how we view music, which is transdisciplinary, which is something that infuses in everything. Me drinking tea in the morning affects the way I make music. You know, Renato putting magnets on the strings of the piano is going to affect the way he paints something later on. You know,
Alrighty.
so we feel strongly about this. And again, like Renato said, it's exclusively on Bandcamp through our label, which we created, W&J Productions. And yeah, we invite you to listen and see it and experience it.
I want to, although everybody who's listening out there, I remember when I was in high school, and one of the jazz albums that I bought was Beaches Brew. And at the time when I listened to it, you know, I would ask my friends, you know, because I just could not understand what it is, and all my friends say, well, I don't know what to say about this, you know, and 20 years later, 30 years later, you have a complete different, you know, idea of that. You know, if you're just listening to that, you know, if you're listening right now to our show, you know, listen to all the kinds of music with an open ear. And not only to music, but to if you see a play, an avant-garde play, or you listen to an avant-garde film, that's the idea, you know, that it was the composer or the filmmaker, you know, idea, and it was his idea, and nobody could understand at that moment. And a few years later, everybody knew what he was talking about. So, what else should I say?
I think that's good. How you doing over there?
I'm great.
Yeah, you're ready? I think we'll do
Shall
another.
I talk a little bit more and while you, yeah.
We'll do another spontaneous composition for y'all.
I can talk a lot, you know.
And we love the sound of your voice.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's what they say.
but you don't. I see you, but you don't. You, yeah, 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 don't. Yeah, 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 yeah. You don't see me.
Thank you, Renato. Thank you, Maria. And remember, everybody out there, listen with open ears, okay?